Good afternoon, everybody. So yesterday I made this cute little book that is a one-page zine style book. And as you remember, the video got a little long, so I decided I would come on today and finish it up. And I made two of them because I had to know what I was doing before I made a video. Anyways, I have some things already because I keep little odds and ends like this. So I'm going to make the tags and tucks, and I'm going to decorate the front cover and all of that today. So because we want to clean up this little edge that it shows a white on. It doesn't really bother me, but it's, you know, not as cute as it could be. So now this is more paper from the same paper pad that the covers came from. Okay, these covers came out of this paper pad. And in that paper pad was a page of, no, that's not that one, but a page of these little, they're journaling cards. Plus I had a couple of these, they're Project Life cards. So I am going to use some of those to tuck into the front cover like so. And I did on these cards, it's a sheet, so you cut it up, and then the corners are square. So I did round all the corners just because I thought they would tuck nicer and be cuter with rounded corners. So I've got like 3 of these and a Project Life card for each one of the books. Then we need some long tag style things to go in the upright parts. So I thought this was a cute page, and the top part goes real well with this one, and the bottom part goes real well with that one. So I thought we might decorate some of that up a little bit. So we're going to set this aside. And this book is 3 inches wide, but when we have to glue everything in, you don't want your tag so wide that it doesn't go down in there. So I'm going to cut this at, 2.5 inches wide. Slam, slam. And I'm going to cut a couple of pieces. Because, well, let's go ahead and cut 4 pieces. And that piece is a little narrow, so we're going to set it aside. We'll do something else with it. Now the thing about this is that when you go to tuck these in, if I were to cut this directly in half, it would go too far down into, well, maybe not. Remember, we used about 1/4, we closed up about 1/4 of an inch there. So let's go ahead and cut one in half and see how it goes. So that means we're going to cut this at 6 inches. And it gives me 2 6-inch pieces. And let's see what happens when we tuck it in there. Actually, it's perfect. So we're going to cut all of those at 6 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this up a little bit right now because I've got the cutter out and I want some of these little swans, and I'm going to want some of these trim pieces. So I'm going to cut a couple of the strips out. For some reason it doesn't look like it's straight. There we go. And I'm not sure what else I want right now, so I'm just gonna wait to cut the strips. I also have this little batch of swans right here that I can punch a couple more of these little round circles out. I'm just using these as my little decorations. Now, I happen to have this, oops, you gotta use it the other way. This is a tab punch board, and I got it very inexpensively, like at Tuesday morning. And I have not used it, and that's one of the things I have got to start doing, is using the things I have. But if you don't have one of these, you can just round the tops of your corners. You could cut this at a tag shape, and when I cut a tag shape, I cut the first piece at an angle, and then I flip it over, and I use this little piece to cut my other side, and that gives me the same angle. Means I don't have to fight to get the same angle. So that gives me 3 different looks on the top of my tags. And I'm going to go ahead and punch the last one with this. And remember, I'm making tags for 2 books here. So let's see, we're going to round one. Oh, and I'm going to make the other one like so. Okay, now okay, sorry about that, the phone rang. I went ahead and rounded the corners on the bottoms of all the tags, and I cut out a couple of the swans that were on the strip so that we have them ready to use. And I'm going to decorate up my tags just a little bit. They're not going to be real fancy because I don't want to get overly, and I want to leave lots and lots of room for journaling in these and writing in them and decorating them up the way the person, these are sort of for little gifts. So I am just going to put a little swan on here. And I'm going to tuck those in, and I'm going to put a little round swan on this one, right up here. And these two I'm going to punch. Let's go ahead and glue these ones on the pink. Can you see? Okay. Another thing is with these long tags, if we get too involved, they'll want to catch coming in and out of the pocket. So we're not gonna get them too fancy. Okay. But now on these other two tags, I want to punch, or 4 tags, I want to punch a little hole in the top of the tag. And these are great because they'll give journaling spots. And then I'm going to cut, let's see, I think that we need a double strand of this. I got this at the thrift store for like 99 cents. So and I don't want these really long because this is gonna go, the plan is, it's like something you could stick in your purse and write little notes. So let's see if 2 is enough or if I need 3. Oh, I think that's just fine. Okay, so we have one of those. It can go with one of these and be tucked right down into our little long tuck spot. Now I'm not going to push it all the way down because I don't want to catch that since it's not dry. And I need 2 more. And these can go in the back pocket that's up and down. Now I'm not sure that that's all the tags I'm going to put in this one, but I don't want to overfill it either. So let's do the ones for the pink booklet. I hope I can get this uploaded tonight. We're getting ready to have a bad storm. That's one thing about living down here. You end up with hurricanes. Okay. We'll just tuck that in right like that. The thing is that if you've got all these paper packs, you want to use them up, and they're designed to go together, so you can usually get your covers and your little tags and all of that out of there. You just have to kind of look at what they've got in there. Okay. We'll put these back here. Okay, now then, let's fix up this. Let's pull these out of here so that I can put them in the back pocket. So they're out of my way. There's 2 side pockets and 2 top pockets. We'll just put them in there. Now, let's fix up this. And to do that, my thought was to take maybe this strip of little gold dots and put it down. I'm not sure whether I like it just, or do I like this? I think I like these little dots. So I'm going to trim it off, but this strip is too wide. I don't want that much. I'm just going to do about 3/4 of an inch. No, I forgot. Well, what we can do is just, I forgot to cut the 6-inch spot off. So, and the nice thing about this is, since I made 2 books, this gives me 2 pieces to put on the front cover. So I can put this down this front cover just like so. Okay, I like it better when it's like that. Now what we want to do is we want to line it up so that the edge of the little strip is along the edge of our inside part of the page. So I am just going to put some glue here, and I'm just going to do it very, very light, just a little tiny bit along that edge. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue along the edge that's over here towards the binding. And that way I'm gluing both edges without getting my glue into my pocket. And that pocket might be a little hard to get open sometimes, so what I'm going to do is put a little half moon shape hole. I'll go ahead and use this one. Yeah, I can't really see here. I'm just going to take a little chomp with my circle punch. Not even a half a circle, just a little. Unfortunately, this circle punch you kind of have to push really hard on, so excuse my hands. I'll show you what I'm doing in a minute. Okay, do you see there? It gives you that little half circle right there, and that way when we put our pieces in, they're easier to get in and out. Okay. All right, now then, we need to come up with some decorations for here. And I don't think I want the whole thing on there, so I got out some little raised flowers that I thought I could maybe put something behind. And I have another sheet of the cardstock. It's something a little different. But it has the same colors in it that the other piece has. Okay, but I think what we need to do is we need to edge this with a little bit of something so that it stands out. Okay, we're gonna have to see if it is the right color. I have one that's called Iced Spruce, and it kind of looks like it might be the right color. We'll find out. If not, I'll punch another circle. Yep, I think it is. It's kind of a blue-green. It's not real dark, but it'll give this just a little bit of definition so it stands out from our cover. Guess it would be a good idea if I would close up my glue. Okay. All right. When I closed up the glue, now I need to put it back out. There we go. What do you think? I think that it's looking good. So now I'm going to just glue on the circle. Let's tie this down just a little bit. It's irritating. It's popping open. Okay. Now, because this is sort of a geometric design, I am going to kind of look at it and put the lines up and down so that it looks kind of straight. I wouldn't normally worry about that, but and then I'm just gonna put some glue on my little flower. I crocheted these little flowers, by the way. Okay. Now then, let's do that for the other one. Remember, we're going to put that edge, a little bit of glue just right along this edge. and then right along the back edge of this one. That way when we get it on there, and put it in position even with the inside of the pocket. There we go. And now we need to decorate this one, and I have a little pink flower to go on this one, and I had a piece of this. This is a similar piece of cardstock. Oh dear, I don't know that we have a good pink for that, because I think this pink is way too bright and I don't have anything else. Oh wait, I have one that's called Victorian Velvet, and I'll bet you that will be close. Oops. I have not used these inks very much. If you can't tell, they don't hardly have any ink on them. Ooh, but that one's nice and juicy. Very juicy. Oh, I may have to cut a new piece. Let's take a look at it. None of the other pads are have that much ink in them for some reason. Let me find a baby wipe. Oops. Okay. I think our little pink flower will be okay in there. So we're going to again just glue this to the front. Let's tie that here. So our fronts are decorated. We've got some tall cards. We've got a few cards, journal cards that came out of the paper pad with the cover stock. There we go. So I want to do a couple more things, and that is I have got these 3x5 little cards, and they tuck very nicely into this pocket that is sideways. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is to round some corners like this. And then ink around the edges. Oh my, just ink around the edges. And I'll probably do 3 or 4 in each color. And that will tuck into the side pockets too. And I think that'll be good. I think that'll be plenty. These can go down in now. Let's see, these tuck in nicely. And our little book can be tied up. So that is my little one-page zine based on Lisa from Lisa My Eclectic Life's little tutorial that she did and where it took me. And I have something to show you because tomorrow I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it a little different. This one has 3 signatures in it. Well, when I went to make it, I made a boo-boo. And when I made the boo-boo, actually, I don't think I'll show you. I think I'll wait till tomorrow to show you. When I get to working on it tomorrow, I glued it before I put these signatures in. And you'll remember from yesterday, I had to put the 2 signatures in before I glued things together. And because of that, I had this perfectly good cover made, but I couldn't sew those signatures in properly. So I hope you will join me tomorrow for a similar little book that's made a little differently and has a little different look to it. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will come and visit me and see all the fun things that I make, and I hope you enjoy my videos. If you do, please give them a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, and go have fun, have a great afternoon, make some art, play, and just enjoy yourself. Have a great day.